could come down though.
You said what? Oh,
thank you. Back to my roots. Okay. Thank you for joining. So I'm Banke, the author, new wife, new entrepreneur, and professor. You know all that. Hey, Ma. This is right. This is the thank you tour. And Ma, I have not forgotten about you. I'm going to be interviewing you via Skype or Google Hangouts or whatever. I am thanking the wonderful people in my life who have helped to make me a writer and have helped to make me a successful writer. So in the year since Always Want More has been released, we have sold nearly 1,000 copies, something that only 3% of all authors will do, period. And we did it in a year. So tonight I am with my very good friend, my soror, my sister, my dog, Kanika, my little big sis.
Hi, Mom.
Alrighty, so we were talking about fashion.
So, what I was saying is that in terms of being able to help people just bring it all together. So, I feel like sometimes it doesn't have much to do with the amount of money you pay for your outfit, because you can have, a $5,000 outfit and it not come off well, right? So, for me, I like to put things together, but also when I style other people, match that with their personality and with whatever look they're going for. So for me, it's more than just picking something off the rack or, does this shirt match with these pants? It's about who are you as an individual? Are you going for a look? If you're not necessarily going for a look, let's find the best look for you, right? Based on your body type, based on your personality, because your outfit is an extension of the inner you. And so that, for me, that all has to flow. So when I see people, and it's like that feng shui, even though I'm not good with it with like the house, but when it comes to clothes, like things just have to flow. And I think when they flow, it just brings everything together. So again, it's not a materialistic, superficial thing. It's just more of a balance for, how things should look. And as a person, I think people feel, whether they want to admit it or not, more confident when they look good. So when you look good and you feel good and the outfit is flowing, it's just, all coming together.
Right. It makes everything else possible. So you mentioned that you've styled people. Do you want to tell us some of the people you've styled?
Yeah. So yours truly, Banke. We haven't done it in a while.
Right.
But Banke was actually...
I was the first.
You were my first subject.
Right. The mad scientist.
Yes, because I used to be like, project. So Banke, and this is when I helped style Banke, this is when I was like, oh my gosh, I love doing this. Like, whether I'm exhausted, tired, if somebody's like, Mall, yep.
I'm there.
Like, helping to pull an outfit together. But basically what we did was, she expressed an interest. So my philosophy is that I don't want to go up to a person and say, you can use my card. Right. No, it's about, someone self-identifying and saying, you know what, I would like your help. And it's happened a few times. But Banke, we went to her house and, we went through her clothes, and cause she wanted to, I think you said you wanted to have more of a professional look as a teacher. You wanted to kind of set yourself apart from the students, but not look too like, teacher with the glasses.
Stuffy.
Yeah. So we went to her house. I went through her closet. Again, she felt comfortable with me. So I established a rapport with someone, because I want to be able to come into your space and get to know you, get to know, what is it that you like? What don't you like? What do I think works for you? What may not work for you? So went through her clothes. And I remember saying, yep, this we can work with. Nope, this we getting rid of.
Right.
Yep, this will work. How does this fit you? No, I think we should do something else. So we went through that because, again, like I said, it's not about how much money you spend. It's about working with what you have and piecing it together well. So I remember our first thing was we repurposed or
remixed.
yes, the stuff that you had. And I remember when and I think Tanya might have said something about your outfit at church or whatever. But it was the same clothes that you had. I'm more excited. It's the same clothes you had, but it just looked different. And I feel like you were a little more confident. I mean, you have always been confident, but it was just, you felt good about how things were coming together. And then kind of the next step is to go shopping with that person. So I absolutely love to shop. And then if I'm shopping, I'm not spending my money, love it even more. But I can do that on a budget. So I'm very conscious of the fact that not everybody wants to go and spend $100 on a shirt. Mm-hmm. So we'll go to a place and look for things within your price range and look for textures, quality fabric.
You love this.
I do. And, just starting there, right? And then also making sure that we find stores that work for you. So some people just shop, right? No plan, no direction. I'm not saying writing out a plan. I'm saying you're going to the stores that work for you.
A vision.
Not all stores work for everybody, right? And so establishing what that is, because my thought is I want to also equip you and empower you so that when I'm not with you and you're shopping, you know where to go, what types of fabrics work for you, what types of shapes, and all types of different things.
It's really like what not to wear. Like,
yeah, but on a personal level, we can start looking at what you have, and then going all the way from that to you have an event and you're looking for something that you want to specifically wear. So I've done Banke, I've done Tamara, who's an artist, and with her, it's often very specific, right? So, from an artist perspective, I think that it's important that your whole set flows, right? Mm-hmm. And so as much as people want to be like, indie,
right,
go with the flow, your flow is either, your vision is either I'm going to put some thought into what I'm wearing, or the thought is I'm not going to put some thought into what I'm wearing, but you put some thought into it.
One way or the other.
And so,
so you create that flow.
You create that flow. So with her, I like to understand, okay, what is it that you want?
There's some other artists around here who, Lord, they're screaming for your help. But anyway, you need to start passing that card out.
I know, but I'm very big on, like with Tamara, I don't want to just put on her what I think she should wear. I want to understand what her thoughts were, because again, making that connection, she's going to be more comfortable and confident if it's something that she already had in her mind. Like, so she may say, I want to do all black. And so we'll start off with that as a basis. And so I help her, this looks good. This what look do we want to go for? Are we going more, punk rockerish, or do we want to be more, kind of relaxed? So just, again, it's establishing that relationship. It's knowing that individual and bringing it all together. Colors, textures, the whole nine.
If somebody is looking for your services, where can they find you?
Oh, good question.
My email address.
Yeah, email would probably be the best. AKA the number 2 UDE 99, so Akatu, but again with a 2. So AKA the number 2 UDE 99 at Hotmail.
Nice.
Yay.
I'll flip it again. So, like I said, I'm Banke, the author, new wife, new entrepreneur, new professor, and new author. And I'm just blown away by, you said earlier about things being ordered, about how God has ordered my steps and the people that he has put in my life. I also hashtag this book club because we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the release of my debut novel, Always Want More. I also hashtagged it marketing, and I'm going to tell you why. What, again, has separated me from the competition is that I pretty much, without knowing that I was doing this, I had a focus group because I wanted I didn't find anything in the book market that was the type of thing that I wanted to read. Hey, babe, I wanted something that was deep and soul stirring, but also sexy and funny and action paced and moves fast. I don't want to read a story with 6 pages of imagery. It was pretty outside. We get it. So I wrote that story, and I wrote it I called my audience sophisticated sisters. Women like me who know who they are, who know where they're from, who do what they can for their community, and who are also striving for better. Always want more, right? And because that's how I am, most likely you attract people who are like you. And so that's how the women in my life are. And so I've been blessed to have a focus group of my target audience that and blessed to have people who actually read it. Do you know how crazy it is to read a whole novel on Microsoft Word? Like, yeah, and I had people like read it on the computer who read like my manuscript was just a big stack of papers, and they really read it. Like, I don't think y'all understand what a blessing that is. And so, and getting that feedback. And also earlier, Kanika was talking about sisterhood and how that can be your blood relatives. She and I are sisters because of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But further than that, we're sisters because I was really open to learning from her. And she's been really open to learning from me. Kanika's a Taurus. I'm an Aquarius. She's type A. I'm type who gives a fuck. And together we have really rubbed off on each other. We talked again about the people that your top 5. Who do you spend the most time with? The Slim Thug song, Church, right? So whoever is around you, that's who you are going to be like. And so when I first came home, I was 21 years old. I had no idea what I was going to do. My sister, Juliana, had moved to California. And she was like, we hang with Kanika. And I said, Kanika bougie. And I had never really hung with her. So why did I think she was bougie? Because she was wearing khakis, right? Like, so shallow. But we got together because we're sores. It was already a common interest. And she was such good friends with my sister. And we got together and we just clicked. And so in my very developmental stage, starting off as a teacher, going to grad school. We both saw each other through our master's programs, different relationships, different mistakes. We clubbed together, we churched together. We did it all. And those experiences helped really, like, for real, help always want more. And then just her support. And she said earlier about how you don't go to people and say, you could use my help. But we had the type of relationship where she could say that. And I just want to encourage you all, if you have those strong relationships, those real sisterhoods where you hang around somebody, because this is the thing, Kanika is on point with everything. And like I've told you guys several times, I'm a lovable scatterbrain. I'm like, do. But just being around her and seeing how she moves and how she thinks and who you're around rubs off on you. That's just the truth of the matter. We don't want to admit that as adults. I'm not impressionable. Yes, the fuck you are. Okay? So I just want to encourage you that if you don't have those edifying associations, you don't have that sisterhood, pray for it because God will give it to you, and be open to the package that he gives it to you. It may be somebody in khakis. It may be somebody in, I think I used to walk around probably like stains on my shirt. I don't know. It was real, but we both rubbed off on each other. She helped me just develop a spirit of excellence. I still practice those remixing tips she taught me for my wardrobe. And so you wouldn't have and always want more if it was not for my relationship with Kanika. And that's why she's a part of the Thank You Tour. I hope that this is good information. For those of you who are authors, again, you want to think about who is your target audience. Hopefully your target audience is similar to you, because that is going to be your niche. That's just the natural fit. And you have people like you, ask them and be open to their opinions. Like the book cover of Always Want More, that was not my first choice. But I sent out a text to 20, 30 people. Again, I made a focus group without knowing that's what I was doing. And I let them decide. I let them read it and say, that works and that doesn't. But like Kanika said, also, you have to have enough confidence in your own artistry that you have the final word. So you merge your vision with that constructive criticism. You can find this whole interview, because we had to do it in 3 or 4 different parts. You can find this whole interview on my YouTube page, which is Banke the Author. There are also 28 other interviews. We did 30 interviews, the 30 days leading up to the anniversary of Always Want More. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter as Banke the Author. I love you all, and God bless.